What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Full Circle Podcast, episode number 4. We are back with the weekly upload. Man, crazy to be back, episode 4. You may be asking yourself what's going on with the hat. My hair is extremely long right now, so it's a little chopped, but it's okay. All right, I'll get into that a little bit later on in the episode. But it's okay. I got my alter ego on today. Anita Maxween. So yeah, that's what's with the hat. Same with the beanie last time. My hair's a little long right now, so I don't really like it too long, but it's a little bit longer than what I like it to be right now. But yeah, like I said, we'll get into that a little bit later on into the episode. Just a few other things. I know that I said I'm gonna get a second mic, and I had some ideas on the way. That's still gonna happen. I just haven't got the second mic yet. Waiting for my next paycheck to hit, because after the last paycheck, the credit card statement hit, and then the credit card statement hit, and then boom, back to reality. So yeah, but we like I said last time, I still got this piece sitting right here, but we just gotta get this mic, and I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. We gonna get some better content out there. Other than that, let's hop right back in. Let's hop right into this episode, man. Solo episode, so that means I gotta start it out with the Bible quote of the day. So the Bible quote of the day today, we're gonna be looking at Psalms 34:18 through 19. Let's hop into it. So it starts: "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in the spirit. The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all." Whew. That's a tough one right now, man. There's a lot of heavy hearts out there, man. It's just some in the air right now. I don't know what's going on, but something's going on, man. We you take a look at this quote, and you think, we all face hardships. We all have to walk around with heavy hearts or heavy burdens at one point or another in our lives. Times where it feels like the pain or the burden is really never going to leave or go anywhere. Even when we're trying to be the best versions of ourselves possible, there's still always going to be something, some kind of hardship or some kind of problem that's going to arise to try to prevent that. When I first read this quote, it kind of made me think about DMX slipping, right? When at the beginning of the song, DMX said, "To live is to suffer, and to survive is to find meaning within the suffering." I don't know, that one's deep, man. DMX talks about some deep stuff, but that just goes to show that there's beauty in the suffering, and to really be mature enough to find the meaning in surviving and in suffering is something that not a lot of people can do. But the people that can do it are, there's something special about them. They know how to channel it. They know how to treat other people as well. I think that this verse kind of just serves as a reminder that, obviously in the end there where it said, the Lord delivers him from them all. Or, even at the beginning when the Lord is close to the brokenhearted, it kind of just serves as a reminder that in times of crisis, we can rely on the Lord to deliver us from that burden that we carry. With time and prayer and allowing him to kind of take control of the situation, that can really fix a broken heart and lift your burden or whatever you got going on, man. Lift a crushed spirit. That's really all I got for today, man. I hope y'all can take away from that as much as I took away from it. But yeah, let's hop into the next topic, man. Let's start this episode off. Circling back to what I was talking about earlier, man. I need a haircut. I'm getting one tomorrow, which is good. I'm very excited. I've had this hairstyle that I've had now that you could probably go back and see in the first 2 episodes, or if you find me on whatever social media outlet you found me on. But any TikToks or Instagrams, you'll see my haircut. It's nothing. It's just your average kind of white boy haircut. Got it out the front, a little fade on the sides, growing out right now, so you ain't gonna really see nothing. But keep it a little long in the back. not really a mullet, but like I guess kind of like by technicality it is. But hey, man, ain't nothing I can do. It looks, for at least in my opinion, it looks good, man. It's genuinely been, when I got this haircut, it's genuinely been a game changer, bro. I've always had a larger forehead, so this haircut kind of helps my situation. Obviously, I've always worn hats and beanies and stuff, but my last haircut, bro, like, I've always had super long hair. Like, if you knew me before I started the podcast, or I don't know if there's anything like on my social medias anymore where I like have any of my long hair. I might have a post up on my Instagram or something with me with long hair, but I've had long hair damn near down to my back for most of my life. There was obviously like in middle school, I had kind of like a bowl cut. Was not proud of that one. Once I hit high school, like would have been post quarantine, once I started getting back into high school, bro, like I had this, it was a horrible haircut, and it's on my driver's license, and I'm gonna have it till 2030, which kind of sucks. But so it was a haircut. I would just shave the sides all the way around, and I would keep the top long and then put my hair in a bun. So not only is that haircut atrocious, but I have a big ass forehead, so my head just looked extra large. I think haircuts are kind of like, you gotta find your haircut that fits you, because everybody's head looks different. So people with bigger heads, sometimes certain haircuts don't really work for them, just like mine, like my haircut for most of my life. Yeah, it's taken me a really, really long time to actually find a haircut that kind of fits me. And I don't know if that's like finding this haircut, if it's actually me, just the haircut fitting me, or if I'm kind of just growing into like my body and stuff, and just maturing and just looking better in general. But I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting, man. Like, I remember when I was in 8th grade, I went to this barbershop. I went to a barbershop for the first time, and they cut my hair, and it looked really good for an I might not have even been in 8th grade, but for a 7th, 8th grader, the haircut looked really good. You know what I mean? But the actual barber is the way to go. I have an actual barber that I go to get my hair cut. Shout out Dom. But I mean, growing up before Dom, me and Dom, we went to school together, so he had some been cutting hair forever. And even the barbershop I went to before that, like, there was just, they always had something going on. Like, they were moving, so they were in a trailer for a little bit, and then once they were out of the trailer, they got this new spot. But I don't know, super nice. They always made my hair look solid. But even before that, man, I always, when I had the bowl cut, like in middle school, whatever, I'd always go to Great Clips or the Super Clips or one of those hair salon places. I don't know, whatever it is, man, they messed me up so bad a few times. And I remember when I first got this haircut, I forgot who I went to, but it wasn't like a barber or anything. But man, when I first got this haircut and when I cut like all my long hair off, Jesus, man, I'm gonna see if I can try to find a picture, man. My homies, they would fry me so bad because I look like someone that's so like, I kind of asked for a fade on the side and it fades into the back, but what happened was pretty much this whole entire side, all the way down to back here, was just shaved completely. There was no fade, it was just shaved all the way down to like back here. So it was a really bad, almost like start of like a dirty mullet, which is not really that attractive. But yeah, man, when I had those bowl cuts, I'd go to Great Clips and Super Clips. Man, they used to mess me up bad. But I mean, at the same time, I was in middle school and elementary school, so it didn't really matter till I had to go to middle school and go talk to my friends, and then my friends would kind of poke fun at me. Like, I don't know, I remember this one time I went to Great Clips and I got my hair cut. And every time I went to Great Clips, it was a different barber. It was never the same lady. So there was one time this lady, and thank God I never saw her again, but there was this lady, and she cut my hair, told her what I wanted, just a little, I don't even know what I asked for back then. I think I kind of just had my mom ask for me. I don't really know. But so she was cutting it up, kind of made it like that bowl cut, a little side part over to the left. But I just remember she's cutting my hair and she's cutting my hair. she's getting in like in behind here, and then she keeps like cutting me, like cutting my skin. Like I remember when she kept like nicking me, and I went home and I'm like looking in the mirror behind my ear, and I see like all these little like scabs, and I was just it was just, I mean, it's not really supposed to happen when you're cutting someone's hair. You know, you're not supposed to keep cutting them up. And not only did she like cut me up pretty bad physically, she cut me up horribly with my hair. I mean, bro, when I tell you I went to my flag football game with my homies, the first thing they saw was they saw me, they started laughing at me, they started pointing at me because my hair, especially my, I guess my sideburns or whatever, my sides, so one was like down here while the other one was like up here. Whew. Man, it was bad. It was a bad time of life, man. Middle school was crazy, man. Dudes used to cook you for everything. I used to get cooked for my forehead. I used to get cooked for the haircut, and there was just, I mean, it was all fun and games. Obviously, I'm good now, and that's how it was. Everybody got cooked, man. Middle school, I mean, if you didn't get bullied, then you didn't have any character development. That's what I believe, at least. But yeah, I mean, moving back to what I was talking about, like with this new haircut, I've had this for about a year now, and it's good. And I think this is a haircut I can always come back to if I ever did decide to try to like switch it up. But I tell you what, man, the way things have been going the last few weeks, I'm this close to getting a buzz cut, and I'm trying to get my homie to get one with me just to make me feel a little bit better. I don't even think he would look bad with one, but I think I would probably look pretty bad with one. But at this point, I mean, bro, like my mindset, bro, what does it matter, bro? Nothing at the end of the day, nothing really matters. So that's where I've been at the last few weeks. I'm thinking about getting it buzzed, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I probably won't. But like, if I did, I feel like it wouldn't look horrible. I mean, my forehead, like, it is large. I'm not denying that. And at this point, once I get it buzzed, because I used to do a man bun. Like, it used to be so long, I could just grab it, pull it back, and put it in a bun. Heck, I guess I kind of looked like a buzz, but not really, because my head was flat. But I don't know, man. At that point, I would have nothing to show for, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not hiding my forehead. Like, I'm hiding my forehead now. That's the whole point of this haircut that I have, is to hide my forehead. So I don't know if this haircut works, man. Once I get it cut, I feel like it looks real nice, real clean. You know, I take some pictures, get flicked up, whatever. With the buzz, I don't know, man. I'm getting buzzed, and I think getting it buzzed, it would just be a new era for me, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I would want to get it buzzed and then cut down to like, so I'm about 200 pounds right now. After my little weight loss journey for the month, where I lost 11 pounds, got all the way down to 194, I kind of shot back up to 200. Not in a bad way. I think it's in a really good way, in a really good way possible. If you check my TikTok, I kind of just posted a video, just a little flex video, nothing too crazy. It just you know what my physique kind of is looking like at the moment, you know, and you can still kind of see the abs a little bit, which is nice. That's really all I kind of want. You know, other than that, all the other areas of my body, I believe, are kind of filling out, which is nice. So I don't know, man, just getting a buzz cut and just cutting down to like I would cut down to like 185. I think it would be a journey. It'd be a journey through the whole like summer. I think it would probably take about the whole summer for me to get down 15 pounds in a healthy way to 185. But I don't know, man. I think if I got down to 185, it'd be interesting. My physique would look unlike anything I've probably ever seen it at this point. So I don't know, man. That thought's just been running through my head. But like I said, man, I'm this close to just taking that razor I got in my bathroom and just all gone. I don't know, man. We'll see. If it gets to a point where, like, if I got a flag football game later, the way things have been going, bro, if I lose this flag football game, then I just might. It's our playoff game tonight, man. If we lose, I just might. Maybe that'll be the forfeit. Make sure I don't lose. But I don't know, man. I never thought I'd be the kind of guy to take intramural sports at the college level serious, like, at all. And then I started playing them. Like, I'm a pretty competitive person as it is, so I'm not ever gonna, just back down from a challenge and take it easy just because at the end of the day it still is competitive. So I want to win, no matter what. But I just it's there's just so many people that take this intramural stuff so serious. Like it's crazy. I'm super thankful that none of the teams that I've been on so far. So my basketball team, which was full of the manager squad, shout out the manager squad. We had a really good time that season. It was unfortunate that the season ended the way that it did. But like at least I had a good time with them. We didn't take it too serious. Obviously, like we wanted to win, you know what I mean? But not to a point where we were exhausting ourselves and getting injured. And then even with the football team that I'm on now, all those guys are super cool. Glad I met all those guys, and now we're just out here playing football, super chill. We dropped some schemes before the game, talk about what we want to do on defense, and go out there and we really do just have fun. It does get competitive, like in the games we're playing, and it gets competitive, it gets hot. Some guys like chirping, some guys don't. I've never really been a big shit talker myself, just in general. Even when I was playing competitively at the highest level, never really been a big shit talker. But at this point, I'm kind of just having fun. So, I might let some slip every now and then, but I get it, man. I love competition, but it gets to a point with this intramural stuff when we're in college. And we're not chasing to go to the next level anymore. At this point, for some people, this is the highest level that they're ever going to play. So they're coming out here, it's 8 p.m., we're playing outside. I got class tomorrow, you got class tomorrow, I got work tomorrow, you got work tomorrow. And I'm going to be out here, I'm not going to put my life on the line, get out here, get boomsticked playing flag football. And that actually happened, by the way. That actually happened to me the first week of our football season, and I very much after that contemplated not playing anymore, because I'm just not at a point in my life right now where I'm willing to put my body on the line for intramural flag football. You know what I mean? So our very first game of the season, I told my quarterback, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna run a 9, I'm gonna burn my defender because he can't guard me. I'm gonna burn my defender, just throw it up. Let me go get it. That's all it is. That's how I play. Just throw it up. Let me go get it. So that's what happened. He hikes the ball. I'm on the outside. I run my 9. I turn around, burn my defender, turn around, look up, I turn my body, and I turn my body to adjust to the ball, right? And as the ball falls into my hands, I kind of make the catch. And as I make the catch, catch it, I'm falling. The dude that was guarding me is kind of tripped me a little bit, but then the safety is acting like prime Ed Reed, comes over, boomsticks my shit, throws me right into the floor, and I hit the floor ridiculously hard, and I smacked my head hella hard on the grass, bro. He hit me right here in the ribs because I'm up here with it, catch the ball, I'm coming down, and as I'm falling, he hits me. Drives me into the floor. I come down, smack my head on the ground. It was bad, bro. It was real bad. I was surprised that some people, it was so bad everybody kind of stopped the game for a second, because I was on the floor, and I was perfectly fine. Thank God I didn't have a concussion or anything. It looked really bad though. I don't know if this is bad what I'm about to say, but I kind of understand where, I kind of understand where Tua was coming from, because when I hit the floor, and then it was kind of just an instinct, because it was involuntary, but I kind of knew I was doing it to defend myself. So I hit the floor, and I'm laying like this on the floor with my hands up like this to defend myself. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a defense mechanism, because not only did I just smack my head on the ground, and I'm but I just got the shit. Like, my ribs are aching, bro. Because I'm like, I just got hit. I'm like this. Oh. And, you know, guys came over, picked me up. I was perfectly fine afterwards, too. Dudes tried to come over, give me a concussion test, because that's how, I guess, nasty it looked. But I was perfectly fine, man. You know, I've heard stories about other people and they're playing the game, you know, they're playing intramural sports and they keep getting injured. Like one of my teammates, he was playing in 2 leagues. So he was playing in our team and he was also playing in the co-rec team. Blew his ACL out, man. Oh, I don't even know, man. And dudes just get injured all the time. And I mean, obviously me, I get injured too. For some reason, every time I play football, I just get hurt. Like something with my legs. When I play basketball, it's just different. Like I think I'm just using different muscles. Football, I'm using a lot of like my hips and stuff. So I usually kind of always, every time I play football, I kind of always end up like tweaking my groin or tweaking my hips or something. But I always just hear these stories about dudes getting like these massive injuries, and I've seen it myself, you know, and I'm just so good on not like putting my body on the line, just taking it easy during these games and not getting myself injured playing some intramural flag football. You know what I mean? Basketball was a little different. I was a little more physical playing basketball because that's another thing is in basketball I know how to kind of control the chaos a little bit. In football, even in flag, I've been very surprised to find out that it's like even when things are chaotic, people are still going to run into each other, and you know things are a lot more kind of unpredictable almost. So I don't know. Basketball is just different because I feel like I can turn up and I can play a lot harder, and I mean I guess that's kind of a given. But you would think, you know, playing flag football, you wouldn't really get all these injuries. But at the same time, man, like I already have so many X amount of problems with my body. I got my back injury, my knees, got some knee problems. I got the hip problems, the groin problems. Like I'm just done, bro. I'm not ready. I'm not doing all that. You know what I mean? I mean, one of the worst injuries that I think I've ever seen, especially like in the world of intramural, we came to a basketball game, the one before the one that we were playing, so we were watching. I'll sit on the sideline, and then I see this guy's at the free throw line extended. He gets the ball, passes it, tries to take a step back to take off, and then as soon as he takes that step back, pops his Achilles, bro. Hits the floor, he's holding his leg, bro. That was, oh my gosh. That was a tough one to watch, man. That was like some Halliburton shit, bro. But like, could you just imagine rupturing your Achilles playing intramural sports, or getting a major injury like ACL tear, MCL tear, anything with your knee, anything with your low, like or like even breaking a bone, bro? Like, could you imagine getting, because those were injuries that I feel like when you were in high school or when you're in college and you're playing sports, you kind of know that the sport that you're playing is those injuries, it's always going to be a possibility. And you kind of, I think it's like a subliminal thing in your subconscious that like you kind of just know that you know you're taking that risk when you're playing that sport, that might happen, and you're okay with that because you know when it happens you're going to get rehabilitated. You know, obviously if you're in college then you have access to like trainers and stuff, so if you do get injured you can go get your surgery, and the trainers and stuff, they're going to help you get better and get right. But man, could you imagine like tearing your Achilles in intramural sports, or like rupturing your ACL in intramural sports, and there's just nothing. They don't even have ATs at the game, bro. You tear your ACL, you gotta walk back to your car, and if it's hurting the next few weeks, you gotta take yourself to the hospital and get it figured out. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just so not like, okay, I'm just not doing that. You know what I mean? I think, I don't know, that's another thing that kind of sucks, man. Like, you gotta, you know, you're not Klay Thompson or Kobe Bryant where you can just tear, you're not them, so you're gonna tear your Achilles. You're not going to the free throw line to shoot your 2 free throws after you get injured in an intramural game, bro. You know, like, you gotta take care of yourselves. And then you gotta, not only that, you gotta go to work the next day, bro. You gotta get up, you gotta go to class, you gotta go to work. Like, there's not a lot of help, not a lot of nothing if you get hurt in intramural stuff, bro. I mean, like I said, I get it. If you're playing in college or you're playing in high school, you know, you got trainers on site, you got doctors that are willing to take care of you, and that's something even at the Division 1 level. Even at the Division 2 level, I think it's just a college thing, man. You guys have like team doctors, which are guys like, yes, you have your AT guys, but you also have doctors that take care of you when bad stuff like that happens. Obviously, the higher up you go, the more advanced and like intricate it gets. You know, when I was at my school, when I was in my freshman year of college, let's see, I never got injured. There was one time I had to sit out for about a week or two because my back was giving me problems. For those who don't know, when I was a junior in high school, when I was a junior in high school, I was playing football. I don't remember exactly when this happened. I kind of do have a timestamp. I remember this is why I always tell my kids, I don't do deadlifts and I don't do power cleans, bro, because I feel like they're just two workouts that do they work and do you get stronger doing them? Sure. But there's other workouts that you can do that are more beneficial for your sport, especially even in football, man. I mean, deadlifts, I can kind of get. The power cleans, I just never really understood. But so there was a day where we were lifting. I lifted way too much with poor form because my coaches, at least my football coaches, never really taught us the proper form, or they would try to, but they were never really too, like, you know, concrete on it to really instill to us how important good form was, so that you didn't get lifelong injuries like what kind of happened to me. So I'm deadlifting, kind of feel like a sharp pain in my lower back, and the next day kind of put it off because, you know, there were times I'd go and my back would be hurting the next day, and I just put it off. I just kept putting it off for damn near a whole year, man. I played an entire season I did all the spring stuff for football. Then I did, on top of that, I was doing AAU club basketball. And then I played through the summer, played more club basketball, played football through the fall, went on, played a whole school season, and then another season of club. So I was playing on this injury for about a year. Eventually it just got to a point, man, like I remember I'd go like to AAU tournaments or even basketball games. And there were just, you know, we'd be playing, especially in AAU tournaments, we'd be playing 2-3 games in a day, and we'd get done, and I like literally could not stand because my back was just hurting so bad. So I think it was actually after a playoff game my junior year where I actually really messed up my knee a little bit. And that was when I was like, okay, you know what? I got these two problems. The back pain's been bearable to some extent. I think I need to go get it checked out. I can't do two at once. So I went to go get it checked out, go to the doctor's office. They're like, all right, let's do some x-rays. They do some x-rays on my knee first. They don't find anything. All right, let's do an MRI to see if it's more ligament stuff, because x-rays don't really pick up on ligament damage. So we booked the MRI. I get the MRI. So I guess in my knee, I had a very, very small tear in my vertical meniscus, which isn't anything like to worry about. It hurt a little bit, but it would go away with time. I didn't need surgery on it or anything. But what they also found out, because I also explained my back pain, so they took a look at my back. I had 2 damaged discs in my lower back, which if I can find it, maybe I'll put it somewhere in this video. The MRI scan from, I want to say it'd be 3 years ago now. And yeah, bro, so that's when I figured out I had that injury. And then I think that injury kind of hindered my athletic ability a little bit, but I never let it stop me, man, because I've always been playing on it. I did stop playing football because the doctors told me I should stop playing football. But other than that, I mean, I still played basketball at a high level, still competed. I went on to play Division 2 and kind of just put it all on, kind of just put the pain on hold, you know what I mean? I feel the repercussions of those decisions still to this day. But so anyway, back to my point, when I was at Franklin Pierce, my Division 2 school, there was a week or two where I had to sit out because I had reactivated my back injury, and it was bad, man. Like, I remember one practice, I went up for a rebound, came down, landed, something just bad, bro. It just felt like I felt old as hell. I went home or back to my dorm that day, laid down, and I just laid there on the floor all day, all night till the next morning. Got up for class, showered, did what I had to do the next day, but man, it was miserable, bro. But even then, like I had the care of the AT guy. I don't think we had a team doctor, or at least maybe my coaches didn't think that was an injury that was like important enough for a team doctor. It was just one of those injuries, you know, that it kind of like it happens, and it's an injury that's never gonna go away. Like even right now, I'm kind of sitting here in this chair. My back kind of hurts a little bit. I can't sit down on the floor. I can't really touch my toes, because if I do, so like if I sit down on the floor right now, I put my legs out, I try to touch my toes. Even when I put my legs out, I'm not even touching my toes yet. I just sit on my butt on the floor and put my legs down, my knees to the ground. I feel a sharp shooting pain going down my left leg, which I think the doctors told me indicates a bulge in one of the discs. One of the discs is bulging. So obviously I can do stretches to put that back into place. I did PT for a while, and I've been stretching and doing stuff ever since, but there's only so much you can do because it's an injury that's only gonna progressively get worse as time goes on. So I don't know, man. That injury, it kind of sucks, but I live with it. And the more that I don't do stuff, which it's not, the more that I'm kind of just working. And obviously when I was at school and I was doing Division II workouts every day, it didn't feel the greatest. But now that I've been back at home, and I still hoop, so it does still hurt every now and then, but it's been a lot better. But yeah, it's just one of those injuries that's never gonna go away. Doctors told me like once I'm like 40, 50, like it's gonna be trouble getting down. And there's a procedure that you could get to kind of make it a little bit better, I guess. You can put a steroid in it to give it more life, because if you look at the MRI scan, you can see that the two discs are kind of just like dead, while the other ones are like nice, juicy, and fat. The other ones are just like dead, flat, and like dark gray. Like there's just no life in them. So I don't know, man. It sucks, but I live with it, and I've never let that injury like hold me back. I've always given it everything I've got. Obviously, the work that I put in, it allowed me to be a part of a Division II program later on. This is not me saying if you have an injury, put it off. It's actually the opposite. If you have an injury and you're in high school, or you're listening or something like that, tell somebody, go get help on it now, because in the future, it's gonna just get a lot worse, and it's gonna hinder your athletic ability. If I could go back, I wish I would have got that figured out before, instead of playing like a whole season on it and a whole year on it. So the pain just wouldn't have been as bad. I would have known how to prevent certain things. Yeah, that's really all I got, man. I appreciate y'all for sticking through to the end of this video. New episode of the podcast coming out every week. I might try to get 2 out this week. I'm not sure yet. Don't hold me to it, but if not, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Like I said, appreciate y'all for staying to the end if y'all made it this far. And yeah, that's really all I got. So I appreciate y'all.